It's just days now before Tisha B'Av, the saddest day of the year for the Jewish people. And this year, some people are claiming that it is worse than any other year. We had the calamity that occurred on Simchat Torah. We have the war in Gaza. We have fronts opening up in the north with Hezbollah. We have the Mefunim, those that are displaced persons in the north and south. We have threats from Iran in coordination with Russia and with China. But if we look what's happening here in Yerushalayim, I think that this Tisha B'Av is actually no different than any other Tisha B'Av that we've had throughout our history, in that we've always had calamities throughout our history. We've had pogroms and inquisitions and holocausts, and this year is just one of those years of our long and tragic galut, our exile. But this year is different, and this year is different because this year we are much closer to the Geula, to the redemption, than we have been in thousands of years. Just look behind me and you will see these cranes. They jokingly say that the national bird of Israel is the crane. These are not just any cranes. These are cranes that are building the infrastructure for the pilgrims, the Olei L'Regel, that are commanded by God to come 3 times a year to Jerusalem. All of the Jewish people have to come to Jerusalem. And we're building, as we speak, an infrastructure to facilitate these pilgrims. An infrastructure right behind me is being built that is going to be a cable car system that is going to bring 3,000 Jews every single hour to the Western Wall Plaza, to the Kotel Plaza. We are watching the redemption unfold before our eyes. That is the difference between this Tisha B'Av and previous Tisha B'Avs. Not that we have another calamity, not that we're full of terrible things that have happened to us. That has happened throughout Jewish history. But we are so close to the redemption that we are fortunate to be watching right before our eyes. There are many people that are scared. They're scared about what's going on with Iran, that they're going to attack and they're going to destroy Israel. But this has been already predicted almost 2,000 years ago in the Midrash. In the Psikta, it says that the king of Persia, Melech Paras, will attack the entire world, and all the nations will be at war with each other. And the king of Persia is going to attack specifically the king of Arabia, which today we understand is the king of Saudi Arabia. And the king of Saudi Arabia is not going to know what to do, and he's going to run for an eitzah, for advice. He's going to run to Edom, to the Western world, to what we consider to be America today, and he's going to ask for advice. Meanwhile, the king of Persia is going to destroy the entire world, it says. Now imagine, almost 2,000 years ago, first of all, Persia at the time was not a great nation and definitely was not capable of destroying the entire world. But now, with nuclear weapons, we know that is possible. The world, it says, is going to be scared. They're going to be going crazy. They're not going to know what to do. They're going to be running around crazy. And the Jewish people too, in Israel, are going to go crazy. They're going to say, La'an nelech, where are we going to run to? We have nowhere to go. How are we going to escape this terrible tragedy that has befallen us? And God is going to say to them, Bonai, my children, Kol ma she'asiti bishvilechem asiti. Everything I did for you. You don't understand. You don't have to be scared. This is all for you. This is for the Jewish people. And that will lead to the coming of the Mashiach. And Mashiach will climb to the top of the temple, to the Beit HaMikdash, and he will say, famously from the famous song, he will say, Higia hazman gulatchem. The time of your redemption has arrived. We are so fortunate to be living in a generation where we're watching these prophetic words come true. So this Tisha B'Av, albeit as sad as all the other Tisha B'Avs that we've had before, we do not commemorate just the tragedies, because tragedies have happened throughout our terrible exile. But we also remember how close we are to the Geula, to our final redemption.